Let's talk about what a bit is and why the elites, the powerful people, the governments want to stop Bitcoin. We have to think about, or take a look at, what exactly is a bit. See, a bit, short for binary digit, is the smallest unit of data in computing and digital communications. So the smallest unit of data is put into a coin, Bitcoin. Now, one thing that you have to understand, that you should understand, is a Bitcoin address can be made out of any piece of information. So if you hit a space bar, it creates one address. Hit the space bar again, it creates a different address. Hit it 30 times, it'll create a different address. So the point is that whatever bit you put in, you can create a Bitcoin address. Now, being that you can create a Bitcoin address out of anything, that also means you could send cash as anything. What does that mean? That means that you can create a Bitcoin address out of anything, and with that data, you can also send Bitcoin to any bit of data. For example, let's take something simple. Let's look at Google Trends. Just as an example, we're just going to take a piece of information and create a Bitcoin address out of this information. So we can take this text right here, Bournemouth versus Man City. This text. Now this can be converted into a Bitcoin address. We can put that in here. We can put that in here. We can put view, and it creates the 1CWJ address. We can also put that in here, and it'll create the same address. So now that, again, this is just random text as an example, we can now send cash to this address by copying the address. Copy the address from either one. Coming down here, pasting the address, the CW, and we can go ahead and send this 3,000 tokens. And to the outside world, they would just see this address. They have no idea where this address came from. But now I'm going to send it some money. All right. So I am going to send it 3,000 tokens, sats. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. We have a successful transaction. Now, what we can do, we can copy this transaction We're going to paste in our transaction ID. And here we have the transaction 1CW, our address, has 3,000 tokens. So now, if we were to go and we could type in Bournemouth versus Man City, or we just copy it. Copy this. We have to copy it as is. And we can paste that in here as a cash code. Now we have 3,000 tokens available to be used. And again, to the outside world, they just see this address on the blockchain. All they see is this address here, this here, and some other addresses. And they have no idea on how this address was generated or where it came from. And this can be repeated indefinitely. And this is power. They don't want us to use Bitcoin because of this. Because it's much more difficult to trace. Not impossible, but more difficult to trace. So let me know if you have any questions. This is how to use Bitcoin as cash.